doing a rather late, well, really in the absence, well, earthquakes aren't really absent in the early hours in the morning. They can happen any time, you know. So I'm just sort of experimenting with the LFE on the two subs. There's not much way the microphone's going to pick it up on the camera. The levels are very low. I'm starting at a very low setting. So I mean, if I talk, I'm going to add my voice on top of the because some part of the bass frequencies and mid frequencies on the voice. But all the other channels are muted except for the sub bass and the bass shakers. So I'm sort of like getting the tone down as low as possibly get out as much infrasonic as possible. So focus on that. There's not much going on there at the moment. So go back a little bit. Back to the start, jump forward. Jump forward again, then I've got to advance back a little bit. Okay, comes in a sec. I'll just turn the bass shakers down, turn them off rather. See what I've got the microphones and the JBL's set up. So I've got microphones over here and over there. That'll be the input level. Going to the iNuke, and that'll be the output levels. So there's not much. I'm not pushing too much at the moment. Plus the crossover. It's up here. Zoom in, focus. So set the crossovers like. Where are we? Here, 20 Hz at minus 48 dB each, and then looked at what was happening on the soundtrack, and I thought, all right, I'll throw in parametric EQs roughly evenly across channel A and B, a few filters. I tried earlier with the dynamic EQ, but I turned that off. So I'm just trying to filter down as anything that might be trying to sort of creep out of the, you know, so I can just get everything, because the crossover slope 48, it's not quite steep enough. Maybe I'll need to add a 48 on top of a 48, so I've got then 80, yeah, you know. I'm not very good with mathematics. What is that? Calculator. 48. Well, that'll be about 96 dB. Focus. it sounds like, from where I am, it sounds like there's a digger or some heavy machinery digging the road up, and it's a little bit, you know, on the outside. I think the gain, I think I've got also on adjusting the gain levels on the equal the preamp, and I've got the equalizer here, so I can filter out other frequencies in the room that might be picked up by the microphone. Yeah, that's going a little bit high there because the levels are getting a little bit too high. So I need to readjust my gain levels on the microphones. So that's not really what we would call, that's not what I would really call high. So the input levels are coming into the microphone. So I'll just attenuate that down a little bit. Focus. Using the wide angle lens. Otherwise, sometimes I use the narrow angle lens. That's a little bit better, because what happens, you get sort of like I don't know, some sort of clipping, and then you get some sort of false reading on the microphone, on the RTA. Back up a little bit, back up a little bit, back up. Right. Got soap, boring. Let's get to the Quake. Okay, and I need to attenuate levels here. Bring that up a little bit higher. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. Focus. Move it in a little bit. So it's funny how the camera sort of doesn't quite adjust the colour levels under the artificial room conditions. Yeah, I mean, that kind of looks pale, that blue. It should be a little bit darker. It's just the way, the nature of the video signal and the ISO setting. That's a little bit better. This down here, that's just signal noise on the it's nothing to do here, nothing to do with that. It's just, you know, signal noise typical that you get on RTAs and on a computer and such. And that's a little, looks like a bit of a ground wasset noise there, but that doesn't bother me. That's not important. It's kind of all settled now on the so go back again, go back to the beginning of the chapter. Doesn't really last long, the Quake thing, you know, because you know, you get a lot of other sound effects, but you know, Earthquake, you know, the sensor round lasted a solid 10 minutes. Because you see the earthquake in this film, and then you see the building that she goes running up to the roof, and then building top roof gives, and then bang, 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 and everything settles down. You don't see any shaking or anything, so the earthquake's kind of surpassed for a moment, and everything settled down, but left a hell of a destruction due to the magnitude. But I don't want to go that far to and besides, even if I do, you got to really make the ground sort of move like how you see it depicted in the film, because that's how earthquakes are, that it just makes the ground ripple. And you see all these simulations of, like, you know, because waves go this way and that way and this way. Oh, you get, I think you get like 3 different types of waves or so that cause all the conflict, all the destruction. Yeah, duck and cover. Blimey, It's lighting up California with that. Yeah. Okay, and it settles now because you go to another part of elsewhere, because it's gradually coming this way. Yeah, so I don't think I really want to. I had a thought of thinking, looking at how it's depicted in the film, the ground moving, which comes up in a scene in a moment, where you see it from the helicopter's point of view. It's kind of like having a flat piece of wood with some round balls underneath it, and the round balls rolling around underneath it. It's not going to make the wood kind of bulge, but you're going to sense movement. You're going to sense a movement. Maybe have something like I don't know. I mean, hydraulics. They're very large, they're very expensive, and just to have it, you got to have the floors, the rooms, and the home. That got to be. No, it's a whole lot of work and extremely expensive. Just to watch the odd few films that have got an earthquake thing in it, or maybe if it had to be on ocean waves, because earthquakes are more or less like ocean waves. That's why you go like this on a ship. That's why the ship's all unstable. So you get people that get seasick. So people don't get earthquake sick because you're feeling motion. I'm pretty alarmed to different sort of things like